Well, there's one theme that runs through this, right, which is someone else's fault. Each paragraph is always the same thing. It's always someone else's fault. It was my officials because I received this advice. It was my staff. The number of times that he decides to dump from a great height on his staff is extraordinary. Each time he says, whether it's head of communications at that time, Jack Doyle, whether it's some of his officials, each time saying, look, well, they told me it was within the rules. And his argument is essentially circular, right? His argument is basically, if you boil it down, is I attended the events, which by definition means I must have believed them to be within the guidance. Otherwise, I wouldn't have attended, and they wouldn't have taken place. Therefore, that's why I attended. And of course, there's a different explanation, which is actually, frankly, there was just a rather lackluster, rather
loose atmosphere
which the Prime Minister himself contributed to.
I think the heart of this, the question of rules, is perhaps staring us in the face, which is that fundamentally, throughout his life, Boris Johnson has seen rules as being things for other people. He memorably, famously congratulated Josephine on Downing Street notepaper for having suspended her own birthday party during the COVID rules, the lockdown rules. It was Josephine who had to cancel the birthday party, but it wouldn't have occurred to him as a leader, as a Prime Minister, as a setter of the rules, that any of this should apply to him. And I think possibly we are looking for a different context in this document to the one that we have seen throughout Boris Johnson's whole life, which is that rules are for other people.
The Newsagents. This is a Global Player original podcast.